Hi everyone, this is Brandon here, otherwise known as the Outlandish Enwa. We're back playing Skyrim, obviously. As you can see, there's Esbern there, and don't worry about the lady in the background, she's just sleeping, alright? Esbern gets a little bit lonely. And obviously it is Valentine's Day, so, you know, he can do what he wants. Anyway, let's continue onwards. So last time, basically we fought our way through the Ratway, killed a bunch of Thalmor agents. That lady in the bed back there may have been one of them. Oh, here's another one. I am using a controller. I kind of realised it would probably be better to use like a PS4 controller for this series, just because I am aware that my keyboard is far too loud. I will have to invest in a slightly less clicky one. I went with the clicky one originally, because I thought, hey, it might be cool to have like a sort of clicky keyboard, and then when I started doing videos, I realised, oh wait, now I have to edit all the clicks out. If this was like an ASMR channel, it'd be fine, but it isn't, so it's actually quite frustrating. Also, I am still kind of getting used to the kind of console controls again. I used to play Skyrim on the PS3 back in the day, and then I obviously moved to PC, and I haven't played it on a console for a very, very long time. So if I do make a few kind of errors with the controls and whatever, then I do apologise. But I should get used to it pretty quickly. I mean, it's like I'm trying to click to run like you do in, say, like most modern games. I guess I could change the controls, but whatever. I did also download a few mods as well to kind of make using a controller a little bit easier. One of them didn't really work, but I'm not sure that I installed it properly. But anyway, what I will do is I'll link those on screen now, and I'll link them obviously in the description. So obviously you can check them out for yourself if you are somebody that prefers to use a controller. So basically my kind of plan for today is, as per usual, because this is like a channel update video, I just want to go over a few things. I'm going to be sort of changing the kind of like formula a little bit. Not too much, obviously I'm still going to be playing through the main story, and we're going to be kind of just basically moseying on through with good old Esbern. We're going to go back to Delphine and everything. But first of all, I'm going to do sort of like 3 points instead of 6, because I normally do like 6 points, but to be perfectly honest, I've rounded it down to 3, and I'm just going to spend like a few minutes talking about kind of each one. Obviously I'm going to try and make this video a bit shorter than the last one, because the last one was like 46 minutes, and I don't dislike that video. I still think that there's a fair few things in it that are worth seeing, but I can understand, you know, people not watching a 46-minute video, because unless you've got a lot of time, that's quite an investment, you know, and especially if you are new to the channel and you don't know what I'm about or what I do. Oh cool, I can still use this mod. I thought I couldn't with a controller, but I can. That's cool. So if I go like that, I can actually... Alright, that's cool. I'm glad about that, because I was a little bit worried that I wasn't going to be able to use that kind of targeting mod. This lady, she's a Thalmor agent from what I remember. Shivari. I have reason to believe the target will be coming to Riften. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's... what was her name again? Eleanor or something? Ellenwyn, that's her name. Basically, she doesn't like us because we infiltrated the... I should do. We infiltrated the Thalmor embassy and kind of killed everyone, so... We're not in the Thalmor's good books, is all I'm going to say. Like I said, I've got like a few things to talk about, and my kind of overall aim for this episode, once I've kind of talked about the things that I want to talk about, is basically just... I would like to get to... What's the temple called?
What a waste.
Oh god, are these dead people still here? Oh, for fuck's sake. I said this last time, guys. You've had like a fucking... I don't know, you've had like a month to sort this out. And you haven't cleared up the bodies. Maybe I'll go and like throw them in the river later on or something when I finish this episode. One other thing, if you notice my character like shuddering, it's because my controller is kind of old. And anyone who has played the PS4 will kind of be aware that the controllers had a bit of a design flaw where, like, if you use them for like a couple years or sometimes even less than that, the analog stick would start to kind of stick in a certain direction. So I think this one, it kind of sticks to the left. I had another one that stuck down, and it's really annoying. This is why I wanted to use my PS5 controller, but I don't think that it's compatible, because I tried to use it and it didn't work. Either that, or maybe I have to download some other kind of tool or file or whatever on my computer. I'll look into it, and maybe by the next episode I will have figured out a way to do it. I'm not sure. Also, I have to click and hold to kind of switch between POV, which is a bit weird. I don't remember having to do that. Skyhaven Temple, that's what the temple's called.
Give me just a moment.
Take your time, man.
Here it
We got all day.
You see, right here, Skyhaven Temple.
Yay.
Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps in the Reach.
Can I have this book? It's worth 200 gold.
Do you know what he's talking about?
I have no fucking clue, man.
This is where they built Alduin's Wall, to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore.
3 hours later.
Esbern, what are you getting at?
Get to the point, old man.
You don't mean to say you haven't heard of Alduin's Wall?
I've heard of Alduin's wings.
Let's pretend we have.
They did darken the sky.
What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with stopping the dragon?
I still gotta download a mod for Delphine.
Alduin's Wall.
Sorry.
Where the of Alduin and his return.
I'm taking this book.
Its location has been lost for centuries, but I have found it again.
Well, isn't that convenient?
The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
Hey, what the fuck? Hey, get out of here, Embry. You're not supposed to know about this place.
Must be your lucky day.
Yeah. Delphine, we're gonna have to take care of that guy. He knows too much.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern.
Yay.
I know the area of the breach that Esbern's talking about. Near what's now known as Karthspire. We can meet you there, or all travel together.
Yeah, Delphine, I did say that I wanted this video to be shorter than the last one, so I think I'll meet you there.
Your call. Might be safe.
I did actually do it once where I, like, walked alongside them.
Don't worry.
I think it was in, like, maybe my, like, 3rd or 4th playthrough or something of Skyrim, so I was like, hey, I'll walk with them for once. And boy, did I regret that decision. Between waiting for them to kind of, like, catch up to me and them getting attacked by... I think we killed about 3 or 4 dragons on the way there. It was ridiculous. Oh, hello.
I've been looking for you. That's something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Sorry, I gotta keep the dead body off the screen.
Let's see.
Oh, cool, a Harvest End flyer. I'm definitely gonna look at that.
Dead body.
I haven't played Skyrim in a little while, but it looks pretty pretty to me. I haven't downloaded any other, overhaul mods as far as I remember, but it just looks a lot better than I remember. Like, the water looks really pretty, and the sky looks really nice, and the trees are vibrant, and yeah, I don't know. What the hell was that? Oh, it's a wolf killing an elk. Maybe the 2 wolves are out on a date and they're killing the elk for their dinner. And there's a butterfly as well. Okay, let's carry on. I'll cut back when I get to the Reach. Okay, so we're just outside Markarth, as you can see, and basically I'm just going to start talking about what I need to talk about. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is consistency, and it's something that I talked about last time. But the first thing I wanted to say was this, just that I've been watching a channel on YouTube called vidIQ, and I will link them in the description because I feel that they are quite a helpful channel for people who are starting their own YouTube channels and sort of want to improve. And obviously that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. I'm trying to sort of, get better at the content that that I'm doing, and sort of learning about editing and all these different things. So with vidIQ, like, some of the things that they've been saying, I've been trying to kind of take to heart, because like I said, I find that they are a very helpful channel for people who are kind of just starting out. And although I've been doing this for like 6 months, there's still a lot that I need to improve on. There's also a lot I still need to learn. So first of all, I mean, my upload schedule has been all over the place, and I do apologize for that. It links in with something else that I'm going to talk about in a bit, but I'm going to try and upload once a week from now on, or I'm not going to try, I will upload once a week from now on. It will give me, if I take a day every week to record something, then I can basically, spend the rest of the week sort of editing it and then uploading it, and then if I do feel like I can record something else, if I have time, then I can do that. But also it will allow me to have, kind of time to sort out some issues in my own life, my own personal life and everything. So that's what I'm planning to do. I'm going to plan to upload I think Esbern is fighting the dragon, which is good. Yeah, so... let's just kill this lady. Okay, luckily she does not give a shit about me at all. I don't think she sees me as a threat, so... No, come back. Just stop moving. There we go, good job. Good job, me. Alright, let's just kill these guys, and then I will continue talking about whatever I was talking about.
A few minutes later.
Okay, we're back. So, as you can see, Delphine and Esbern are here. Killed the dragon. We've killed all the Forsworn people. See that there's one of them there. As you can see, we're at Skyhaven Temple now. Oh shit, sorry. Just pretend that I sneezed, I don't know. Okay, guys, you're gonna have to take the brunt of the damage, because my character is really terrible for some reason. Whoa, what the fuck? I just teleported, I think. Yeah, that's right, Delphine, it's just a warm-up, alright? I wasn't using the full brunt of my power. It's the Briarheart, see? You take it and it comes out of his chest. Why aren't there any Briarheart women? Again, that's something else that I kind of wonder sometimes. I mean, I'm sure there are mods for that. I'm sure there are plenty of mods for that. I wonder if Elder Scrolls Online, because I know Elder Scrolls Online did add a bunch of like lore to do with the Forsworn. That was one of the things that people really seemed to kind of react well to. I mean, I haven't played Elder Scrolls Online for a long time, and I haven't actually played any of the DLC because I thought it was very overpriced, and I don't really like the way that you know, ZeniMax Studios Online, whatever, blah, 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 kind of push the kind of DLC and paid content and whatever for Elder Scrolls Online or ESO.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. You have the symbol for king and warrior, and of course the symbol for dragon. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing.
Oh wow, I did it. It was very complicated. The thing I like about the Akaviri ruins is that they have a very unique look. There isn't really anywhere else in Skyrim that looks like this, and yet they still have the like generic, like same puzzle from all the all the Draugr ruins or whatever, the ancient Nord ruins. Yes, I see them, Esbern. I have to walk across them.
Pressure plates.
Be careful.
Esbern, I'm gonna be alright, okay? It's not very complicated. You just have to walk over the Dragonborn symbols.
It's safe now. Let's move.
Funny if they just walked across and burned alive.
Close to the entrance.
I love that Esbern is like a fucking, you know, he's a master of dragon lore and Akaviri lore, and yet he couldn't work out two incredibly simple puzzles. I mean, the last thing, obviously, is, you know, they couldn't get in there without me, but the other two puzzles, I mean, a 5-year-old could work those out. Oh, also, this is pretty cool, because this is like one of the only areas in the game that you can actually fast travel to and from when you're actually in an interior. I know that there's like the sky and everything, but it is kind of just a lisping. It's kind of just a skybox, you know. Also, I never really realized that rock kind of looks a little bit like, you know, the Skyforge, but like very rough.
Try using your blood on the carved
Yeah,
seal.
I know, Delphine. Okay, I was looking around. There's some Quicksilver. Oh, I didn't realize that was here before. Hey, that rhymed. Okay, alright, let's go into the temple.
This appears to be a shrine to Raymond.
Raymond Cyrodiil. His dad banged a mountain and it turned into a child, which is pretty awesome.
After you, Dragonborn. You should have the honor of being the first.
Thanks, Delphine. Dragonborn's first, as they say. Let's move on to my next point, because to be perfectly honest, we've all seen this before, haven't we? Esbern starts rambling about all the different dragon stuff. He lights the torches or the sconces or whatever you want to call them.
Fascinating. Original Akaviri bas-reliefs.
Relax, it's just a drawing. Okay, Esbern is going to start talking about...
Aldrin's walls.
Alduin's Wall and all the prophecy stuff and all that. So while he's talking, I'm just going to start kind of rambling again. So the next point that I had was about like motivation, and it's kind of just like motivation towards the channel, but also towards like my life in general. And this is kind of a bit of a, I feel like I need a bit of a wake-up call, you know what I mean, where life is concerned and where this channel is concerned. Because again, when I was talking about vidIQ earlier, one of the things that one of the people on there mentioned was basically like, treat YouTube as like an obligation or as a job, and if you do that, then you'll then have the kind of you know, you'll have the kind of, I guess, commitment or whatever to do it, you know, because you think like you can get up for work every day, or get up for school, or get up for college or university or whatever it is, and you can get up every day and do that. So why not do that for something that you're actually passionate about, you know what I mean? So that is something that I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and treat. Esbern, are you okay? You're supposed to be talking about stuff. I mean, is Delphine... Where is Delphine? Delphine, why are you just stood around?
What do you need, Dragonborn?
If there is an issue with this, I will resolve it. But I'm just going to continue what I was saying, just to kind of, you know, get that done or whatever. But another thing that I really do need to sort out in my own life is like my sleeping pattern, because it's kind of all over the place at the moment. Some days I'll get up too early, some days I'll get up too late, too many late nights, etc, etc, and it's just, it basically just kind of fucks up your entire week, your entire kind of existence. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that, so that is something that I need to sort out in my own life, and then I'm hoping that once I sort that out, other things will kind of follow suit, you know. But I mean, in relation to kind of the channel and stuff, I realise that I do have to kind of plan videos out more and kind of plan content out more and stuff like that. And obviously, if anybody does have any suggestions for content, please feel free to you know, sort of request things and ask me to play games and things like that, because I will, obviously, like I said, I will consider any suggestions that I'm given. So I think what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to leave a sec, and then I'm going to come back in and just see if that kind of fixes Delphine's path thing. Otherwise I'm just going to have to load back and hope that it is just, I don't know, something to do, like a slight script error or something like that.
Later that night.
Okay, it took a little bit of coaxing, but I've fixed it now. So as you can see, Esbern's doing his little talk. The next point that I wanted to talk about was engagement. It's basically kind of how I engage with you as an audience and how you engage with me. Basically, obviously, you know, you can leave comments, you can subscribe, you can do all those things, but in respect to kind of me engaging with, you know, you guys, I do need to kind of work on that. So first of all, kind of like social media isn't really something, I've talked about it before, I've talked about the fact that I'm not really that keen on it as like a practice. Just because I feel it's quite invasive, it takes up a lot of time. Also, I'm just not really like, I'm not sure I could think of all that many interesting things to kind of say, but again, it's going to have to be something that I just sort of maybe try and get over, or at least kind of put aside, not just, you know, just for the sake of the channel, not, you know, for the sake of me, because I don't have to use it in my own personal life, but if I need to use some sort of social media for the channel in order to help it grow, then obviously that is going to be something that I'm just going to have to kind of do. The Greybeards might know.
I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems
well,
we
I mean,
have no choice.
They are kind of the people to ask, you know, they're the ones that know the most about the Dragonborn, really, if you think about it.
Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look
Well,
around
that's because
Skyhaven Temple and see what else.
it's because you guys are constantly like at odds with each other, you know. Put aside your differences. So yeah, so I mean, like for example, I don't particularly want to use like Facebook, Twitter, or anything like that, because I just don't really like those platforms or the kind of people that own them. I might create a Discord server at some point. I really, it's something that, again, I've mentioned before, but I do need to kind of, I need to look into it. I need to look into kind of, you know, how to use Discord and stuff like that. And then once I've done that, then I can obviously, you know, kind of put a link on my channel and stuff like that. Reddit is also another thing that I've considered, but I don't know. I know a lot of people don't really like Reddit, and I've kind of looked into it a little bit, and I'm a little bit kind of like about some of the kind of practices on there, but again, it might be something that I have to just put aside my own personal feelings and go with something just so that there's you know, kind of another way for me to advertise the channel and also kind of engage with you guys as like an audience. So also just like a little side note, in respect to kind of intros and outros, is that something that you guys actually care about? Like, do you feel that that's really necessary? I know like introducing myself at the start is kind of necessary, but in respect to like an outro, I tend to say like ciao when I finish off the episodes, and the reason for that is just because there was a TV show that I used to watch like back in the early 2000s, and it was called like Trigger Happy TV. And if you are British, then you will probably be aware of that show if you sort of grew up in the, or you know, have been around throughout the kind of the mid-2000s. But it was basically kind of like one of these shows, if you've seen like a show like, say, I don't know, Impractical Jokers or something, which I did used to like, but I'm not really, I feel like it's gone on too long. It's a similar kind of thing where basically this guy Dom Jolly would go around kind of England, and he would basically just he would basically just kind of play different characters, and he would talk to kind of real people. It was quite a funny show. Like, it was very random. There was a lot of weird stuff. But one of the sketches that he would do was he would play this character where he would be in like a library or somewhere where you're supposed to be really quiet, and he would just come in and he'd have this like massive phone. Like, imagine like an original kind of, I don't know, Nokia or something like that, or Nokia. And basically he would have this massive, like, really upscaled like phone, and he would just shout into it like, "Hello, I'm in the library, it's shit. Alright, ciao," and he'd say like ciao to finish off or whatever. But it was obviously just to get like reactions to kind of people around and stuff. But it was a pretty funny show. I think they did try and bring it back like a few years ago. It wasn't the same. It was a little bit kind of cringy, to be honest. But the original series, Trigger Happy TV, and then there was also World Shut Your Mouth, which was basically the same thing with him. And that was pretty funny as well, from what I remember. But yeah, so basically that's why I say ciao, because of that. But I might just start kind of ending the videos by just saying like, "Oh, thanks for watching, see you in the next one," or something like that. Just, you know, maybe so it sounds a little bit less contrived. So Arngeir can't help us with Dragonrend, unfortunately, or not directly.
But I am not the one to speak of it to you.
Okay, well then, how can I defeat Eldwin? I need to save the world, goddammit.
Our order can answer that question, if he so chooses. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice.
It's the granddaddy of the way of the voice. I like the fact that, like, depending on your dialogue option, you can either like really piss off Arngeir, or like your dialogue can actually kind of get him to kind of, you know, side with you, or sort of go, "Okay, yeah, I see your point of view," or whatever. How do I get to the
Only
mountain?
those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way.
Okay, thanks, man. See, like, he just kind of was like, yeah. But if you kind of really piss Arngeir off, like you choose all the kind of blade option choices or whatever, he one of the others, like Master Bori or Wolfgar or something, kind of comes up to him and basically just goes, "Oi, we gotta help the Dragonborn. That's literally our one thing." And he's like, "Alright, yeah, fine." Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll learn the Clear Sky shout, and then we'll end off, because like I said, I want to try and make this video a little bit shorter than the last one, and I need to kind of like piece it together, especially because I had the issues with Esbern and Delphine, you know, glitching out on me.
The path to Paarthurnax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way.
Alright, dude. I've said it before, but I like the way that with this mod, True Directional Movement, I think it is, that your character kind of like looks around and stuff. It just adds a little bit more personality to the character, I feel. It kind of just makes them look like they actually give a shit about what's going on, and they're not just like randomly staring at space. Look at his face, he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so surprised by all these dragon words." I still don't know if you actually have to walk over these to absorb them. I always do. And I also like the fact that it burns the word into the floor, even if the word does appear to be hovering a little bit. Thank you, Master Arngeir, I love you. I also wonder, who is actually the most powerful out of all these? You would think maybe Arngeir would be, but apparently he says that the rest of them, the voices are too powerful. If they speak, they would like just blow you apart. But does that mean that Arngir's weaker, or does it mean that he's just
Keep moving. Stay
been able to
focused
kind of
on your
master
goal.
being able to speak as well as using the voice? I'm not sure. But then dragons can speak. I don't know. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Anyway, you can use clear skies on this, but I'm going to do that next time. Alright, so basically just to conclude, obviously at this time, you know, I talked about a few things that I wanted to talk about. I do promise that I will get better with my content, it's just, it's going to take time, you know. I mean, I've been doing this 6 months and I realise that there's still so much that I need to learn about editing and about kind of being entertaining and about, you know, kind of creating my videos and different things. So it's going to take time. I just hope that you'll bear with me while I improve, or aim to improve. And obviously, like I said, if you have any feedback or any suggestions or anything, please give it in the description below. Even if you have to be a little bit harsh, I would rather have harsh words now than kind of like get further along the line and then start making really stupid errors and kind of pissing people off, you know what I mean? As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.